ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Yes, so anyone can start the session today. Anyone, wherever we, whichever place, Shadara, Vichara, whichever area we want to touch, we can start.
Sir, I wanted to ask you one question, sir, Vichara regarding.
Yeah, please.
Actually, next to my home, one old lady was there. So she died, okay. I really got scared. I couldn't, I know about all this, but still 2 days I couldn't sleep only. Because right next to my home, the same corridor we share. And that too within 1 month. So how to deal with that sudden? I knew it ki she will die because she recognized cancer within 1 month that she came, and she's a North Karnataka lady, typically dressed in that way, and she used to be so pleasing, and she used to be so nice. Even though she's so old, she was very modern thinking. She used to tell me, "No, don't do so much work. Aram say you let maid do like this." Like, I mean, you got it right. So she was so supportive and all. And I couldn't take it for 2 days. It was so difficult for me. Although I knew it, ki she will. She also knew it. सबको ही पता था. And then I started feeling ki where will she go? Where will she go after this? After the death, how is she undergoing this death? So I just wanted to understand regarding this little, so that I wanted to calm my mind. That's okay, you have to face all this.
Correct. That is something, which makes us really introspect to understand what's going on.
I just wanted to ask her, because I definitely knew that day only in the morning, because she was not able to speak and all that. I wanted to ask her, what are you exactly going through now? But I can't ask that question in front of others. She's dying and you want to know what are you undergoing. That last moment, I was so curious, because I know there will be some other feeling, right, for them.
They call it Maranavastha, they call it actually. But I think no one can talk about it unless someone experiences it. And once they experience, they can't talk about it.
Still, I wanted to ask her, what is your experience? What are you feeling right now? But I definitely couldn't ask anyways.
So, regarding
Bhavya ji, as you were saying something that she also knew that, but she was so pleasing, she was not, and she always used to be supportive. That is what is eternal peace. That you know it, but you are not scared about it, and you let the Prakriti take care of what it is, and you accept that without any fears about it, and that's why you can be so. Usually, what I feel is that at times when people know it, they become more close to God. They become kind of, maybe even for small time, but they are much more enlightened, and much more acceptance comes of the Prakriti.
Okay.
This is my thought. I might be absolutely. This is what I feel, that people become really, when they know it, that okay, now they are reaching their end. So everything is, the acceptance levels increase for everything. Maybe Bhaskar sir can say something more.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, okay. So, at least from Bhagavad Gita, also we know that Jiva, uh, that which is with ignorance. So, Jiva survives the death of body. So, only body and kind of this mind, this can die, but that Jiva survives death. That's unfortunate part actually, uh, because one of the elements in Jiva is consciousness itself, which never dies, which is everywhere, and uh, that's where that's Maya is so amazing. That the combination of Chit and Achit is an amazing secret. There is the combination is not possible, but yet it is there. I think that's where that funny thing continues, and it will find another body in any case. So it is just like we changing clothes. That's the example given in Bhagavad Gita. Vasamsi jinarni itavihaya. It goes this way, and anyani krishnati navani dehi. So the last way it ends this way actually. It keeps on taking many bodies actually, just like the way we change a car, we change so many cars, we are intact. So that way Jiva kind of remains intact, and it just gets another car, that's all, and undergoes either the advantages or disadvantages of that other model in the next Janma. That's what it happens. So maybe it'll be gaining a car with which is more compatible with what is this, ethanol version. So that is possible actually. To that extent, this car could not take care of it actually, so it will get another car which is compatible with the modern technology. So that's what one can take it as. So in Viveka Chudamani, we have gone through the Shad Vikara, this body, mind, sense complex. It goes through the Shad Vikara, the 6 modifications. Asti jayate vartate, viparinamate, apakshiyate, vinishyati. So like eggs is born, grows, modifies, matures, dies. So this 6 Shad Vikara, that is what is Anityatva. Wherever Vikara is there, they are all Anitya. Any discussion about Anitya in the long term becomes useless, because things are already changing. So for example, we have written if we write a song overlooking our window and looking at a flower. I was just showing Bhavya for a context. In front of the window, the way it looks here, you can just have a glimpse. This, you can see it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so
It's raining already.
Yeah.
yeah, it is kind of cloudy. It was raining at night. Sometime before it was drizzling. So we can write a song looking at a flower which is there. I mean, the song may kind of even become eternal because it's been liked by everyone. You get a national award for it. Everything can happen, but the flower based on which the song is written itself dwindles the next day or within a couple of days. It's gone already. So finally, the word remains, the form is gone. And of course, for that particular flower, which is identified as number 1, so the way we identify, we tag all fixed assets. You have so many chairs, so we say chair number 1, chair number 2, chair number 3. Like this, you may number all the 10,000 chairs in your organization and say these are all the tags. So finally, the chair number 1, if we take specifically, or the flower number 1, specifically the one which is labeled, has a particular time. So it is subject to time. So though we might have written the song in the name of that particular flower, Song may continue because that is a little bit more subtle, but flower will go off. Now, that particular form and number one given to that particular form, the label name also goes away, fades away with that. But it survives to some extent, survives in the sense, in the name, in the concept of rose flower, the name rose flower, it will be little bit more better actually, because you will find rose flowers continuing to exist. If not number one, there will be many other rose flowers. So when you go from one specific level to a broader level, the broader level sustains. So, for example, if someone says, like just like the way who was doing this, Lord Parashurama. So Lord Parashurama, I think he had a vow that he will do away with all Kshatriyas. So that is the thing he had during that particular avatara due to some background. Finally, some of them are left out. That's why we do have Kshatriyas even now. But then he had that particular goal for whatever reason. It's possible that someone takes a vow saying, okay, fine, I'll destroy all rose flowers, the entire plants itself, so that they never come. Okay, so even rose flower as a concept may go off. But then where we take asylum in the name flowers. So if not rose, then lotus flower. So you can resort to lotus flower after that. Again, there you will have the problem of number one, number two, number three may not exist. Then lotus flower as the name may be much more easier. But again, someone may come back and say, no, I want to eat all the lotus flowers that are available. Again, that entire species is gone. So like this, as and when we go to the grosser level, it becomes little easier, but specific level, always, things keep dying out. So finally, you can come to botany straight away as one thing. Oshadaya, straight away is one thing where something will survive, something or the other will keep surviving. So you may still be okay with having some plant around actually, whether it is this specific plant or some other plant. It will be there. But again, if kind of sun goes off, there is no concept of plant actually there. Because photosynthesis is no longer possible. So there is no concept of plant. Then everything will go off. Then finally, you have to then go to the next level and say, okay, anything living that is possible. If not plant, any other thing also is okay. Then you have hundreds of microbes, all these things. So like this, you have to keep on broadening things actually, only to satisfy ourselves. But as we broaden, we go to we have to go to things which do not change. So that is where, to a larger extent, space comes very handy. You can take asylum in space. If you want a continuous companion always, which will never go, space is that candidate. So if you just take space to be that ultimate God, it's going to be always there. As long as you are there, that's going to be there actually. Because that will survive our death also. So that's always going to be there. So that becomes very easy in the sense of being anitya, in sense of being nitya, not anitya, in sense of being nitya. So at least we can understand that space is something which cannot be undone. But that is only until the time we understand ourselves, our nature and consciousness, the power of consciousness, the nature of consciousness, and our own selves, us being consciousness. So when we understand Chit, then Chit finally survives to be the only thing which actually lends its existence to space to start with, from where you have everything else coming in. Panchabhuta, Panchamahabhuta, they come from there. Tad akashat vayu, vayu ragnihi, agniyo rapaha, adhya prithvi, prithivya roshadeha, oshadebhyonam annat purushaha. So the way very nicely the evolution of Prakriti is given is very nice. The tricky point is, from Brahman, space comes due to Maya. So that particular line is what is very amazing. It used to be really intriguing for me as well. And when I was doing this vichara, I thought, okay, I think once I crack that, everything else will be cracked. So that is how it was actually. You crack that, how space comes out of Brahman, automatically everything else is cracked actually. So when we go and analyze as to what is Nitya and what is Anitya things will come and go. It's very clear actually. So as they go, we may be emotionally attached, we may have that what you can say, sorrowness, we can say, we may have that sorrow, yes, but that's what mind is all about. Mind has a habit to get cling to gross objects, to worldly objects in any case, and that is where in vichara, in fact, as a part of sadhana itself, one of the things which Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita is, out of the several 20 values, this one more verse also which says, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. So, Janma, Mrityu, Jara is old age, Vyadhi is something we know. All these kind of dukkha, and this dosha, this defect, this shortcoming of worldly things. In fact, he tells more in the context of one's own body, mind, sense complex. So one has to be aware of these problems that life brings along with it. Hence, do not settle down cozily into this body, mind, sense complex and think that you are going to be eternal. Same way it applies to others as well. So he says, be objective to your own body. Please understand the shortcoming that this is all going to happen. So quickly have the right sadhana and have vichara come out of the problems, come out of the basic problems by understanding what is the right thing. So Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. He's saying keep contemplating, keep remembering that problem. So one analogy I get out of this, when I say this, while teaching swimming to kids, I think one of the coaches has used a method where he used to let tiny crocodiles behind the kids actually. The kids used to start going behind them, they used to leave a tiny crocodile. So the kids knew that the crocodile was behind them and they used to just go across actually to the other bank so fast. So Krishna says, please remember the crocodile, which is in the form of, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. So Anudarshanam, remembering that there is a crocodile that is following us is very important. And the death is like that crocodile only. So one has to understand that it is not only applicable to other gross bodies, it is applicable to the gross body which we own, keep walking as well. So that's one of the things which we saying please understand this and contemplate, and while the body is intact, understand the ultimate nature of yourself, which is para, which is not subject to time. So use that opportunity right now. So that's why that word Jivan Mukta is liberated while living. So Jivan Mukta means a person who has crossed this ocean of samsara while still living in the sense when the body is biologically intact. So in the sense of living actually. So that's where I think it's very important to know that any promise of moksha after death is useless actually. So it's like if it is like posthumous award. Who cares about posthumous award actually? Any award that is given to us, when we value awards and when we are in samsara, when we want something, it's a deal if you're going to get it while you are living. For that you can do everything. But if someone says, boss, do this for your life and then I'll give you one award in your name once you die, who will work towards that? But unfortunately, some guys die for getting an award. That's a different thing actually. The way some of these guys work, country heads also, the way these guys are working, they want Nobel Prize, right? So like that they do. In fact, I'm just getting an idea. If you tell the gentleman that, boss, we will give you posthumously an award, he may even die actually. that guy may even do it actually. So moksha is a concept to be pursued as a milestone while living. It is not to be kept eternal after death actually. So normally what people do, they keep on accumulating pension. Okay, pensions of ho gaya, and don't spend at all actually. No travel, nothing, no reading, no nothing. Finally, the amount is all left actually. Either people they inherit it, but then what is the use? They don't know. Okay, they will be satisfied at least while dying that okay, thank God I kept all the money to our people only. No one else can take it. Or it can be the other way also. Thank God I didn't keep any money for our guys, all these stupid guys who will be misutilizing the amount. Thank God I left it for trust. Or thank God I didn't save money at all in life that these guys will be benefiting from. Even I don't know what all thoughts come at that time. But yeah, so life is, that kind of anitya. So uh, whether it is Lord Krishna
So,
or,
so in this, I would just
yeah,
like to. There are also sort of people that who will suffer to save money for kids.
yeah, yes,
So
we see
like
that.
they will not do what they like
Correct.
and suffer maybe for years together, or maybe suffer the entire life
Correct.
to make sure that they are able to give that money to kids.
Yeah.
And maybe the kid, the day he gets it, he goes and buys a good car, and
Yeah. Which was not in the shopping list of the parent.
it was. So the thing is that what you said is correct, that they will save their pensions, they will save their entire thing for the want of that, no, I want to give this to kids. But what kids are going to do of it? So they have never lived their moksha here. They have own.
Yeah, the
So
pursuit.
I find them to be more self-centered, or maybe more I don't know, more
So
because they have not lived their life to the fullest, and expectation is that it will. It is expectation is that it will improve the life of my kids.
yeah. See, there also nice. There are some nice lines which comes to the help. You know, if someone claims that I've done all this, I took all the pains for my kids, I kept all this money, but they didn't turn out to be so loyal. So one has to tell them saying that was you did everything because you were happy doing so. While doing so, you were happy. Atmanastu kamaya sarvam priyam bhavati. This name, this line is very useful actually. All the time, we do charity because we are happy with it. We are happy by giving away money, not sad by giving away money. If we are sad by giving away money, we will not be, calling it out all the time. Actually, we will not be doing that also. First of all, so
Sir, it is at times I feel people give money because one is that they are happy. That is still a better reason to give it. And some give money or to do charity only for the sake of society.
when they do it, two things come into picture. One is that when they see society needs it, automatically Maya is already playing a role there. You are emotional, so that emotional quotient is getting satisfied. So if we see a person in hunger, first thing we see is that we see our responsibility and also we see pain.
No, but sir, that is, I am saying society in the sense that they want that status in society.
You are right. That is all. Acha. Not the
Only
real
for
cause.
dikhawa. Only for dikhawa.
Understand. Yeah.
They will advertise it like lot of this big corporate house. What they do and what they show, and
Yeah. Correct.
is very different.
Yeah. In Tamil, there is a saying actually. The charity done by right hand should not be known to our left hand. So this is a saying actually. Saying even within us, when you are giving away money, give it from your right hand, then let the left hand not know about it. So they don't think that you already given. Don't retain that idea of having given away something actually. Forget telling others. So yes, you are right actually, and that's even more adama. When you have uttama madhyama adama, that is even more adama actually for giving money for the sake of name. Actually, it is useless. Actually, but anyway, Maya has its own way of redistributing things. So it will plant this idea of a bloated name actually in someone. Say, ठीक है भाई तुमको अच्छा नाम मिल जाएगा दे दो. Those guys will be running after some medals, awards, like Bharat Ratna They will be, posthumous awards. They say, हाँ ठीक है दे दूंगा ये सब बाद में मिल जाएगा. Maya has its own ways. Maya is amazing. See, if you enjoy Maya, no, nothing like it actually. It's amazing way it levels
I
things.
I was again reading this Tattva Bodh, and I was one more book on Ved. I find Maya is more mysterious than Ishwar himself.
Yeah, of course, yes. Maya has more things to be spoken about than Ishwara himself. Ishwara himself must be really, having a complex. Hey, kya bhai? This is a derivative of me. This is being discussed much more than myself, actually.
And I also feel that, say, at times that if Maya would have not been there,
No
then
satsang.
probably we
No
would have
satsang.
not been reading about anything.
Yeah, of course, yes.
It's only because there is Maya.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
is this. If everybody would have been in that bliss state, then
There won't be
Then
this
how-
word of everybody, because it will be only one. It will be only one. That one thing, has the potential to become many. Tad ekam. So, to answer Bhavya's question, I think as a sadhaka, one has to understand that yes, body, mind, sense complex, it comes and goes, but the jiva survives, and jiva is taken care of. As said in Garuda Purana, the jiva is handled by the system. The recycling you have, it is again recycled. Just like the way plastic never decomposes, like the jiva never decomposes. It decomposes only with jnana. So otherwise, there is no way it can decompose. Actually, it will be intact. In fact, the problem is that it is such an intact thing. That's why the problem is that the owner, unfortunately, the karta, karta becomes a bhokta also, unfortunately. Bhugatna to padega he actually, unfortunately. Because as long as he remains a karta, where he thinks he is different from the ultimate, that's where the unit is getting formed. That's an identity. Like every mobile has a number, right? Something like that. That identity is etched there actually. And that gentleman, that identity continues, and he is given another body. He will be given a turtle body maybe for whatever. If that person was always thinking, I want an ekdam normal, peaceful life, so theek hai, but turtle is like that, only go there like that. उसे प्राणायाम वायाम करना ही नहीं पड़ेगा, उसका नॉर्मली प्राणायाम जैसे ही है, उसका नॉर्मल ब्रीथिंग ही वैसे ही है. Just imagine if someone was only aspiring to be, boss, my breathing has to be so great that it should be worth the Bharat Ratna. Then he will say, "ठीक है भाई, if you want that wire to become a human being, turtle, simple, lives for 400 years actually. You don't have to do Kapalbhati also. Normal breathing itself is like that only. No problem." This is how it will work. So one has to understand that that body mind sense complex is kind of, in terms of the gross bodies, it is anitya. However, the karana sharira holds the entire karma. That's where I think the jiva, the identity of the jiva is more defined actually. Kind of that's very subtle, and that survives death, and that takes another body. So it will get another Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. So that's how it works, and it is taken care of by the system. We don't need to worry about it. अच्छा वो अपने पास आ जाएंगे क्या कभी? It is such a small body. What will it do actually? So it will just be taken care of by the recycler. The recycler is Ishvara, Brahma, Vishnu, Ishvara. So they will recycle it actually. So Ishvara has handed over this one jiva to Brahma now for him to make. That is like a clay for him to make another body. Simple as this. So Brahma will use it. Brahma has already made another new model. I told ethanol compliant model where he will fit this jiva. That's all. Khatam baat. So it is just things very nicely put up for us in a very animated way, that this is how the entire system is happening. So it is taken care of by the system, the way it is taking care of us even now when we are living. So that is how it is taken care of. So when you zoom out, think as to how the entire system is working, then I think all this becomes a speck. So just zoom out and see how many such people are there. What is happening to people? From a body maintenance complex, they are they are growing by eating everything which is outside, right? And eating everyone's mind also sometimes. They do that, and finally, uh, only to find that, after all that, this wanes away, and one has to give out, because that the life is only that much. So even in societies, right, building, you make such a nice gross building, it has got 40 years, 50 years life. After that, you have to do a redevelopment. So once you are in gross world, in samsara, once you choose to be a building, you have to undergo this rebuilding concept, laws, society laws, everything will be applicable actually. But once you understand, no, you are not any of these things, you are that ultimate in which everything else is coming, including time and space, there the deal is. So there you get away from all these things that are anitya. So you are outside of this concept of anitya, because you have discovered yourself to be as that only nitya vastu, as only that only vastu which exists. There is no other vastu other than that. And the word vastu also we have to use only because mind understands only these things. The mind which has ignorance has only this way of understanding things. That's the reason we have to use these words. Otherwise, even words need not be used. Words, kind of become inoperative once after one understands the chit as oneself. So you have to just not worry about it. You have to just zoom out and see, fine, things keep coming and going, and that is taken care of by dharma, by the system itself. It is taken care of Ishvara, and we don't have to worry about any of these things. All that one has to use as a what I can say, useful thing from the incidents is that, yes, it's a reminder that body mind sense complex will cease to exist, from a physical conditions over a period of time, and janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosha anudarshanam, that point becomes even more relevant. One has to be more faster, like those kids behind whom the crocodiles are left. More faster in vichara and sadhana. That's all. It only says that please understand the value of time. Though time is more a derivative of Brahman, it is anitya, but relatively in samsara we understand the value of time. So understand the value of time, put efforts in sadhana and vichara. That's what. That's the only positive thing that's a takeaway for us. Otherwise, you should just belittle everything else. Bhavya, hope I answered your point.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Actually, it brought so much peace when you said that you don't have to worry about this system will take care. Was the main takeaway for me. Ki I don't have to worry. Where is she going? What is she doing? Leave it. System will take care.
Exact. Forget alone others. Come to us. All that we can say is, boss.
That's what more scary. Where will I go after this? I don't have body. What will it do?
That's why I'm saying definitely it will take another birth. There's no doubt about it. We can have Shraddha in the system. Definitely yes, because we survive, right? All the time. I mean, our desires, they survive actually. So they will be there. Always they will be there. It's like I used to give this example of mobile, SIM card, and the account itself. So mobile you can discard, but the SIM card can, of course, go to some other mobile also. But even the SIM card can be damaged because it's also got a little bit sthula vastu kind of. That also can be damaged, and you may have to go, like you can have 5G SIM card, 6G SIM card, 4G SIM card. So that is also variety. But from there, little bit homogeneity when you have to go to it, there is an identification. That is the account. So the subscriber account holds the entire debit and credit. For sure, that has to be settled. So without settling, it won't be left actually. At least it has to be settled by that guy actually saying, boss, write off to karo, write back to karo. Somehow it has to be settled actually. So it cannot be left unattended. So that's the reason anyway settlement to hoga hi. So we don't need to worry. The only thing is, that time we may have to meet Chitragupta and all. That's a different thing. What he settles. So that's the reason, better not to leave our hands in the hands of our fate in the hands of Chitragupta. it is better to identify
Same उससे आँखें क्यों
and go out of Maya. So that's very important actually. Come out of Maya. That's much more easier actually. When we have our choice of pursuing that ultimate and coming out of this Kala Chakra, it is smart way of utilizing this opportunity. That's all. So all that we are pursuing is to come out of all this idea of anityatva only, which is happening around us. And that's a striking example. And as I said, death always makes a person um, sorrowful. That's one thing, but also contemplative. And if one can use that contemplation in the right direction, definitely that becomes like a springboard. For me,
Thank you.
it worked that way. I mean, I didn't even see the person who passed away. It was only news about that relative.
Hmm.
Yeah, I could see that dukkha only from my father's reaction. So I understood that that is so painful from the reaction of my father, not by seeing what happened the other side. In fact, we were almost maybe 250 kilometers away or so from that place. So that triggered a lot actually. I mean, I was hardly second standard or first standard or second standard hardly by that at that time. 78. So it's about 7 years. So yes, it triggers and it gives us an opportunity, certainly, which has to be pursued in the right way. That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Ashish, you have something? Anything to share?
So recently, I was going through some videos of the YouTube.
Your voice is little feeble. Let me do one thing.
Hello, is it better?
You're audible. No, I'll increase the sound on my laptop also. Yeah, go ahead. We can hear you, but little feeble.
Oh, okay. 1 minute.
Now it's better.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. So, sir, actually, a couple of things. So, one, I was going through the one WhatsApp video or not YouTube video, and I found out something amazing. And then I thought, let me share with you
Yeah,
people.
sure.
So, one thing, Bali and Sugriv, we know that two people. After this war over, Rama went to Vaikuntha. So then Indra and Surya come together fighting. That you kid. So it is saying that Bali is a son of Indra
Okay.
and Sugriv was a son of this Surya.
Okay. Acha.
So Indra and Surya.
Okay, that
So-
opposite thing happens in Mahabharata.
Correct. So this is something new which I came to know. So
Okay.
both come fighting that book as boss. This is not true. You didn't play safe, and you killed my person. Well, okay, no worry. In next Janma I will do the reverse way. So in the next Janma when Mahabharata happened, he supported Arjuna, who is the son of Indra, and he helped Arjuna to kill Karna, who is the son of this. So I was just trying to connect that. Okay, see, karma. Here
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
God has connected the dot and like you were saying right now. You were saying that the settlement of account.
Yeah.
So he settled account.
Yes, it will happen. It will keep happening. And as the transaction happen, some more transactions come into picture actually, and some other omission and commission will happen, and there will be some more basis, for those things to also be settled. So transactions give way for much more transactions to happen actually. So every transaction breeds millions of more transactions actually. So that's how it works.
Correct.
Good.
And then second thing, sir, before you joined us, so me and Manishji were discussing the last time we discussed was spiritual boot camp or something, 3-4 days.
Right.
So we were discussing let's travel by train. So in the train journey we will go together, have a satsang, go to that place, have a couple of days boot camp, and then while returning also we'll come by the train. And one more thing, sir, from that YouTube person only I came to know that Haridwar is also called Hardwar.
Acha. Okay. Okay.
So Har means Mahadev
Huh.
and Hari means Vishnu. So he's saying that is the only place in the world where you will find Har and Hari together.
Oh, okay. Okay. Understood.
So these two things I wanted to just share with you.
Yeah. See, I think the relevance of the Trinity is so important actually. As I said, it's only explaining the whole concept into certain divisions to an extent that we can understand. So, see, Brahma, if he has to create something, there has to be an object which has to undergo a change. So, actually, any object getting modified actually shows that Shiva is already working there, because the resolution of a particular form only give rise to another form. So they happen at the same time, but for our understanding, it's very nicely put into a model with the right names and forms depicting those functions. And sustainer, I mean, as things change, they are getting sustained, right? Every form, for example, in a movie role, when a particular frame is there, that particular frame has only that particular picture. But when we see in comparison to the previous one and the second one, then movement happens. So basically, that sustenance is that one particular frame. So every frame is sustained. That only is actually showing that everything else is happening as well. So basically, a change is happening, it is sustained, and again a new thing is coming in. So this is how it is working actually. So it is a very nice way of understanding the totality. So it's only for our understanding that we have all these nice models to understand these things actually. Yeah. So about that camp, what we are saying, yes, we will be. I think what we need to do is we need to just see first the calendar of everyone, and first arrive at a mutually workable time, and after that, then we work out all the other logistics. Definitely, we should do that.
So sir, Maya. First of all, we need to deal with Maya. All this Maya calendar,
Yes.
time, appointments, and then
Yes.
after all, that railway. We
Yeah.
need to get ticket from a railway.
Yeah.
Almost impossible now.
Yeah. The beauty is Maya is all the way helpful to a person who has found the right way to use Maya. Surya, anything from your side you want to share? Any of the new learnings which you have had?
Hariom Bhaskarji,
Hariom.
Hariom everybody. I'm sorry I joined late, Bhaskarji.
No,
Got
it's
the
okay.
mood.
It's okay. Time is Anitya in any case, don't worry.
No, Bhaskarji, actually I'm traveling. I'm still in Jaisalmer.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So, Hanji, so didn't get much time to read or anything. But I was, as I told you, it's and as you have told us that it's a lab. It's a lab which is happening. So it was wonderful going through different experience. But good part is that everywhere I can see water.
Okay.
Now I am always distinguishing whether it is a wave or a water.
Great.
And then I try to catch it, and then I see it is only water. There's no wave there.
Wow, I think you're probably Bhavya asked a question even before you came. So what you're saying now is also an answer to what Bhavya was asking.
Okay.
So Bhavya, I hope you got the answer also in what Sonia is saying. Everything is water only.
Yes, so sometimes get scared of drowning, so that is the question.
Yeah. Correct.
No,
So
it's
yeah.
beautiful, Bhaskarji, because when I was in Goa, there also, when I was standing on the beach and I was looking at the waves, and that was happening. I mean, literally, this example is so beautiful. This analogy is so beautiful. At least it is working for me beautifully. When I was looking at the wave, and then I tried to pick up the wave, only water came, and one drop of water knowing the entire ocean. Long back you told me that knowing one is knowing all.
Correct.
So it is like this. So if I know one drop of water, I know the entire ocean.
Yes.
Initially we have questions that we say that after knowing this, you don't have to know anything. Like Nachiket said that, the knowledge, after this knowledge, you know everything. So how do we know? And that's how we know everything. And as you said that Maya also helps, when I was whenever I just joined and then you were speaking, everything is connecting. That Maya helps even in this, the pursuit is also in Maya. It's part of Maya, and Maya is helping if you're in this pursuit, because I was really astonished, as I even shared with you, that even in Goa I met somebody who is in this pursuit.
You mentioned.
You know, the person invited us for dinner and we went there, and I don't know, just to engage, because I was meeting the person for the first time. He is my husband's cosmate, so he was being polite to a lady, and so he just asked, "Okay, Sonia, what are your hobbies?" So I told him that these days only one hobby, I'm into reading, and this is only one hobby. So, so I told him that, but I did not say Vedanta. I said that I'm into darshan, because I thought, I don't know if he'll be interested or not interested. I said earlier, he said, which genre do you read? I said earlier it used to be everything, now it's darshan. And the moment I said philosophy darshan, he just started off Bhaskari.
Oh,
And we four of us were there, two couples, and it was so nice, so refreshing. And I shared it also. I said, see how it is for me. I'm so lucky that wherever I go, I get into these discussions. People are helping me into, moving forward in this, sharing their views. It is actually, Maya helps even in the pursuit. If I'm in the pursuit,
it
conducive
definitely
environment
helps.
will keep
Yes,
coming.
yes. You attract, you attract those vibes definitely.
And third thing, just now you said that one transaction results into multiple transactions. That's another thing. Last time you were saying that one should keep quiet or speak. I think somewhere we were having some discussion. And now I feel that yes, this, there's no urge of not to speak. It's not maun. It's not a forced maun. It is something which will come from inside. Oh, do I even need to speak about it? And that's how the transaction is stopping, mentally and emotionally and psychologically, whatever we can say. And so further, all the transactions are stopping, which are not necessary. I mean, at least not for me. For somebody else, it might be like somebody's a lawyer, so he or she might be wanting to speak. But at least for me, I feel that no. So this, you said no, that one transaction leads to multiple transactions. It's a fact, but if it stops, then it's awesome. But how? The question remains, how for every mumukshu or for every person who is pursuing. So how is this beautiful answer I got again when my husband shared a clip of Osho. He said, see, listen to it, it's very interesting. And in this, he was talking about how कि किसी को क्रोध आता है तो how to, I want to give up on my क्रोध त्यागना है. So the crux of that was, he told a story, and the crux of that was that आप क्रोध त्यागते नहीं हो, आप क्रोध को समझते हो. जब आप पॉज लेके क्रोध को समझते हो तो वो ड्रॉप हो जाता है.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it is true for all the षट्विकारास.
Yes, absolutely.
कि आप त्याग नहीं सकते. It is a part of your DNA. You can't just stand and say. So it is like I can't just stand and say कि चुप हो जाओ, don't speak. I am a very expressive person. But now I don't feel that. Oh, अच्छा बोलने का जरूरत है कि नहीं है. So one transaction resulting into many can be stopped.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. Beautiful, Bhaskar.
Good, nice. Good share. Nice share. Yes, that in terms of the urge to speak, urge to say something. Yes, if it is relevant and we are objective for that particular forum, yes, we can go ahead and say that. And if it is dragging us into a level where we do not want to get dragged, somewhere we should draw a line. That's it. So I think in normal transactions, what we find it difficult is where to gather ourselves and retreat. So that line becomes a little difficult. That point we do not know where to stop. That happens actually if we have already started. Not starting is one way. But in circumstances where one is asked a question in a social setup, one cannot just say that I'm a jnani and I don't know I don't come to this level of dealings and I don't answer all these questions. So we can't say that actually. So we tend to say either this way or that way. And either ways, there will be further arguments. Say, ऐसे कैसे बोला आपने? Why not? Why do you feel this is so? So this will keep happening, and the best part is where the emotions get bundled up there actually, that's where Maya takes over a little bit actually. From the status of being objective, slowly you get emotional, and then we gain our own original form, the before sadhana form. And that takes care of the rest of the session actually. So, so either we gather after the session, or we gather during the session, or we do not start. But as I said, in social setup where we are expected to speak, we have to speak, and we can only be mindful. That's all. That's the only thing we can do. And by keeping ourselves in a position where we would be able to stop also, not putting the car on a neutral gear on a slope. So just having the right control either with handbrake or gear. So one of those techniques we have to use, not just let it flow as a free fall. So yes, maybe in a setup right now we are able to have this kind of leisure and talk about that, and even laugh about whatever we would have done earlier. But in that moment, definitely we become that emotion itself. We become that itself actually. That's where I think definitely sadhana helps. And before getting into any transaction, that viveka has to be kept in mind, saying, okay, I know Maya is going to pull me here, but I would be more careful and alert. That's all. Once we have that, no, that becomes much more easier actually.
Sir, I just wanted to tell you how Maya does a role now. Yesterday I was just telling you, right? During the discussion also she pulled me. Now also she unknowingly you said the same thing at the end, ki how it has to be dealt. Matlab, I never asked you now, but how Sonia
Yeah.
like took you to the transaction level where you had to tell this. Matlab,
Yeah.
repeatedly I had to understand this in a much better way. Like she only pulled me that day, she only made me understand. Now also again. So I mean, this is amazing. That's all I can tell how it attracts.
Yeah. I was also astonished when Sonia exactly brought the discussion what you.
Exactly. I was shocked ki how Sonia asked this question,
Yeah.
which I didn't ask you.
Yeah. In fact, she was
But
sharing that actually, as to what
she
she
was
become
sharing
doing.
that I'm an expressive person and what is the need for, like, exactly where what we spoke.
Yeah, I know.
And how, I mean,
And
I just don't have
she was also
words.
giving the reference of a lawyer.
Exactly. How it happens, I don't know, sir, but
Yeah.
it happens. That's it, I can say.
I know.
Thank you, Sonia, anyways.
Some Runanubandh there also.
Ayyo, yaar, Sonia.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Superb. So, I'll just talk about Purnamada once, and before chanting Purnamada, which I would have said earlier also. So, it's such a nice statement. Purnamadaha, that which we hold out to be the ultimate cause of everything, is Purnam. At least we have to accept that as Purnam, because we are also saying that is the ultimate cause. Purnamadaha, Purnam idam. From that, whatever comes, which is this, like the world, is also Purnam only. It is not half now. Purnat Purnamudachyate. From Purnam only comes this Purnam also. And Purnasya Purnamadaya. This having come from Purnam, we can't say that ultimate cause is now only half of it, because half of it has become world. It doesn't work that way. That still remains the totality only. So this is where I think space, as an example, when we take, becomes much more easier to understand. Space is infinite, and any number of forms can come and then go in that. So no form can limit it actually. But at the same time, the forms get their support only from space. There's no doubt about it. But space remains intact as one thing. So it's only for an example we can take space, but space is ultimately anitya. How it is anitya? Because when we understand ourselves as Chit, which is consciousness, so that is the Chit is the main part of Satchidananda, then we understand that, okay, if already there is another thing which is everywhere, which is me, obviously space is a concept which I can talk about. That's it. So that's how it turns out. So this is what is Purnamada. We'll chant that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir.
Hari Om, everyone.
Hari Om.